Hey guys, so I wanted to kind of address the elephant in the room. I know it's been almost forever since the last time I posted an actual meaningful adventure map. I think it's been 2 years now. Hopefully only one, but I think it's been two. And I wanted to address that just because some of you may be confused, like, why do I not make adventure maps? And there's a very good explanation for that, and it kind of has to do with 2 years ago. So the main reason why I don't really work on adventure maps anymore is mainly to do with my job. My first job that I got was one doing tutoring, and I kind of, I would go to work, and it doesn't take that much thought. You just answer questions that you know already because it's easy, and it's not really taking much creative input. But my problem that actually does work out for me well, because when I come home, I can have some alone time and do some creative work on making a map. But in the past 2 years, I've had a job as a researcher and then as a PhD student, and my job does require, quite a bit of creativity and effort in the realm of creating things, making papers, doing work on my research projects, and that kind of aspect is really draining. And it has it's very individual as well, so I don't have a lot of time to interact with people. So when I do end up having my free time to go and play some games, I typically don't want to play games that are only me by myself building something, right? So that part of that has been a big factor as to why it's harder for me to get adventure maps out. When I have my free time, I would rather spend my free time with some of my friends, playing games. And typically those games are not Minecraft, and that's just because Minecraft is a pretty single player oriented game in some respects, but there is of course the multiplayer aspect, and that's why what I have been working on in lieu of working on adventure maps has been server games. I know not recently. I mean, recently I turned the server off temporarily just because I hadn't had anything put out for it. But I know some of you have seen, the Call of Duty Zombies that we had for a time and some other mini games. And I can bear working on those because it does involve a lot of collaboration with other people, and we kind of work together, and then we all get to play together on stream or in chats and stuff like that. So kind of my conclusion of what I want to do going forward, I want to try and work on adventure maps that aren't adventure maps but are actually server games but can be played as adventure maps. So one of those things I've been trying to work on is a Left 4 Dead style game. So it would be 1 to 4 players, Left 4 Dead style, and then there would be that on my server, which will have matchmaking. Well, not necessarily matchmaking, but people can join and play together there. Or you can download the map and play it single player. Of course, I'll be removing a couple of aspects and components of it, such as the editor mode, so that you can't, magically I'll be removing a lot of things so that you can't just rip off me. But for the most part, it'll be both a server and a downloadable map that you can play. And that should be fun if I can ever get that out. I also, if I do make an adventure map, I would like to make it multiplayer compatible, if not multiplayer suggested. I have some ideas for adventure maps, and I have an adventure map that I started working on that is just single player. But again, it's hard to work on it because it's just not fun to work with just by myself for so many hours when I'm already working all by myself for my job. Anyways, I hope that clears stuff up for you guys and why kind of my adventure maps and maybe even current videos. I mean, with current videos, it's been really slow, and that's mainly because I have been finishing up finals. I've been sick for months, and I've got a huge exam at the end of this month that is like a standardized exit exam. So yeah, I've been kind of working a lot alone, and then I just don't feel the effort to feel the need to put in the effort for working on kind of like a video, because a lot of times videos don't take much effort from me, which those ones I'm totally comfortable with doing, but right now there isn't too much basic stuff that I can think of to go over, and all of my video ideas involve a lot of work behind the scenes to set them up. For example, I wanted to do a full gun tutorial for Minecraft, but that is a lot of effort, especially considering how many variables there are to consider. And I also wanted to do a kind of like a tier list or some kind of a explanation as to what commands are more efficient than others. But again, that takes a lot of work in testing. You have to make sure that what you're saying is right, which is why I might put a tier list out, just because the tier lists are more informal and not taken as this is the law, right? It's more of an opinion. So I might put a tier list in that regard out. But yeah, I have some ideas, but they take a lot of work, and all that work involves me working by myself, and I prefer to play with friends if I have the chance. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to explain kind of why I don't work on individual projects as much, and just let you guys know what might be coming in the future. And then another thing is data pack review. I kind of stopped that for 2 months, and part of that was just because I was so sick, and then another part of it was just really busy. But I think I'm going to do data pack review in the following month after this video, because I know a lot of you guys really liked it. That was a pretty big thing. We would get almost 100 viewers on stream, so that was pretty cool. Anyways, that's it, and I'll try to keep you posted and stream some data pack development, and hopefully we can get some new stuff. See ya.